So if you recall from my last video, I was having some stability problems with the output from the transmitter portion of this regenerative receiver. And I think I have a solution for that. And what it basically boils down to is replacing this T3743 with 8 turns in the kind of the output, the final output, with this T37-2 with 16 turns. We just pan down to the circuit. I'll show you the area that I replaced. So here's the original, where the inductor went in the original circuit. So you can see here 8 turns on a T3743. And that presents an inductance of around about 22-ish microhenries. And I replaced that with a T37-2 with 16 turns, which is 1 microhenry. So basically, if we do the impedance calculations at 7 megahertz, the 8 turns on a T3743 is around about 1K impedance at 7 megahertz. The T37-2 with 16 turns is approximately 44 ohms. Now, I'm no expert here, as I've said that many times, but my understanding is that the impedance that this presents should be close to the impedance that is presented out here to the low-pass filter. Now, this is 50 ohms here, so my understanding is this should be close to 50 ohms also. So perhaps that's the problem. I'm sure someone can educate me on this. Like I said, I'm more of a hacker than anything else on this. But the bottom line is, and let's pan up to the oscilloscope. The bottom line is, let's have a look at the output traces. So again, I'm around about 13 volts here. And if you recall from the last video, around about 13 volts, we were getting all sorts of distortion in the output signal. So as you can see there, that's a very clean signal. And I'm not getting that distortion. So obviously, as I raise the supply voltage, that signal's only going to go up. But I think that's one of the things that sort of twigged me to this was let me turn that off before I blow up the BS170s. One of the things that twigged me to this is I noticed that the QRP Labs QCX has a very similar output stage. In the QCX, it has 3 BS170s in parallel. And I did notice that the inductor on the finals there was a T37-2 with 16 turns. So I thought, hey, it's worth a go. I've got plenty of T37-2s around. Let's swap it out and see what we see. So anyway, I think I've got my transmitter problem solved by replacing that inductor. I'm interested in any thoughts around that, whether my sort of reasoning it seems reasonable or I'm off base. Feedback, good or bad, is very much welcomed. Anyway, I thought I'd just give this quick update. We'll get on to the receiver section shortly.